I got a call from a woman in Canada the other day. I say the other day, but it could have been 3 years ago. I put my number on the contact page long ago. And every week I've been getting calls from upset people, generally. Mostly the people who come in here have something the doctor couldn't handle. And so they're people with incurable diseases are often upset. I sure was. I was 22. I just do better when I'm talking to somebody. I don't necessarily always get people when they email me. This woman, I think her name was Marion, she got my voicemail, hung up, my phone took down her number, and I called her back because I was curious. I don't usually call people back who don't leave a message because I don't know what they want. I just had an intuition. Anyway, Marion was doing fine. She had done lesson 1. She was doing great. She was getting signals. She just wanted to talk to a human being. She's like me, you know, she needs to talk to a person. And she was nervous. Nervous is another word for upset. She said she was nervous about donating her money on the web. Who are these people? She wanted to talk to somebody. And also, she was nervous about, was she going to be able to cure, well, she has HSV-1, which is a herpes simplex virus 1. Herpes simplex 1 is an incurable, usually considered non-lethal, though it has been indicated as a cofactor in heart attacks, Bell's palsy, Alzheimer's, cancer. I cured that. I told her that. I cured it in 1993. I was having herpes outbreaks for 28 years. I had both kinds, HSV-1 and 2. Got it in 66 from a nurse who didn't tell me she was infected. Some nurse she turned out to be. And she was nervous about, Marion was nervous about, could she cure her HSV-1? Have you run across yet why you would want to donate your money to this? If you did, you're probably halfway through signing up by now. But if you're like most people who aren't on, you know, who arrive on this page, the answer is probably not. 100 people click on this page, maybe 5 or 10 join. So you were wondering what's entailed, you were looking around, what's entailed in joining, and you're in the wrong place. Do lesson 1. Lesson 1, or do lesson 1 again. If you already did it and you're still like wondering, should I sign up? Lesson 1 is a video book. It's around 4 hours on the homepage of this web college, which we give you because we want you to cure things. You don't have to join to do lesson 1. And do lesson 1 or do it again till you get it. You know, people look right at the cure and they don't see it. I don't mean to insult your intelligence, but lots of people who come in here are totally capable of watching a 4-hour lesson and doing absolutely nothing for themselves. And you know what? They have a good excuse. They're in shell shock. They've got an incurable disease. They've been terrorized. A doctor told them they're incurable. They're in pain. A woman gets a diagnosis of terminal cancer. She rides around in her car for hours after leaving the doctor's office trying to figure out how to avoid telling her family. Or what about that guy you saw in the movie in the lesson 1, if you did it, who wouldn't tell anybody about his HIV diagnosis? People are in a state of invisible desperation, silent shock, pure white pain, with nobody to turn to. And some of those people have had the courage to go public about it, which is how you got these movies that are so generously given to you. And I suggest that you make the most of them. Because these people, you know, it helps if you're not getting this to do this with friends, and those people in the movies are your friends. You may not know them, but they care about you curing this. That's why they said yes to making the movie. Me too. So get some friends in front of the movie if you're not getting it. It helps to do it. People ignite each other. You know, people, you know, almost always get it instantly in a group. So get your friends in front of the movie, but also make the heart connection with us. You might find you suddenly get unstuck and start doing it. And once you start doing it, it becomes easier and easier because it makes you feel good, peaceful. And when you feel good, instantly you start feeling good. When you do it, instantly you start feeling good. When you feel good, it's easier to do anything. Do lesson 1, this website, and sometimes people get it and they still hesitate. Marion got it, she was still hesitating, so we were talking. And out of the clear blue sky, she says to me, get this. She told me that she cured her mother of a headache. I said, what? What? You did what? You know, you can do that. You know, sometimes you can cure other people depending on whether or not they want to get cured. So I said to her, well, okay, then. I said, it's probably harder to cure somebody else's headache than it is to cure your own HSV1. So probably you're going to cure your herpes today. I said today because I never got another herpes outbreak after the very first day I took it out, as you see people doing in lesson 1. You can see them taking out incurable diseases, like her HSV1 is incurable. Those are the ones we cure, the incurable ones. I learned some from everybody I speak to. From her, I learned that this movie would be a good idea on this page. Lesson 1, this website, and if you've done it, then you know what you need to join with us in ending disease, starting with you, in wiping disease off this world. This is not about you. This is about the planet. It's about you helping the planet, which is kind of grandiose, I guess. Megalomaniacal. Unless you're like me and you know you can do that. I know you can do that. But do you know you can do that? You're the one who needs to know, and I can't tell you that. This is something I can't tell you. This is something you train yourself to do. And as you're training yourself to do that, at a certain point in your training that you give yourself, using the materials, the movies, the books, the lessons in this web college that I have provided for you, and that hundreds of people that have provided, that thousands of people have contributed bits and pieces to this, to provide this for you. People like you have given this to you. And until you've done that, then yes, it's grandiose, megalomaniacal. And once you get past a certain point in your training that you give yourself, it just seems normal to you that this would happen, that disease gets wiped off the planet starting with you. So now you know why it would be worth it to donate your money to the Cure Drive. Please give generously.